scumbag. From this scumbag. Anyway, part two. Anyway, an even more egregious lie that you've been habitually spread over the years is the nature of the relationship between me and your daughter. And though I've tried to clear this matter with you in a few of my previous letters, you obviously prefer the optics of your fabrications over the simple, ugly truth. Miss Adams, Sharika and I never had a tumultuous relationship. In fact, we were never in a relationship at all. And never was Sharika under any illusion or delusion that I was going to propose marriage to her. Lust was the tie that bound us, not like or love, and neither of us was ever guilty of believing anything contrary to this. I want y'all to just listen to this now. We randomly hooked up a handful of times and never made it about anything more than that. Both of us being a product of fathers who were married to women other than our mothers at the time of our conception. I guess you could say that we were, when it came to the carnal indulgence, we were just kindred spirits. Okay, now, do y'all get that? Or is it just me? Do you see him trying to throw the mother under the bus and make her feel bad and to disrespect her daughter still in death? And does anybody see that, or is it me? I mean, this guy, he's a classic narcissist, and in my opinion, I'm not a psychiatrist or anything, but this dude, he's a piece of work. So he gets that they were kindred spirits, huh? Ooh, dude, you is deep. You are deep. And so you want everybody to know that Sharika's mama had an affair too with a married man, and that's why y'all both pretty much did the same thing that your parents did. Y'all's carnal animals. So y'all kindred spirits. Yes, I met Sharika at a pool party in June of 1998, and we managed to hang out a couple of times afterward before the month came to an end. However, we didn't have any more contact with one another until 5 months later, when in November of that year I attended a birthday party for a teammate being held at a gentleman's club, and it so happened that Sharika was employed there as a stripper. We talked, caught up, left the club to grab a bite to eat, and eventually ended up at my place where the first of our 5 consensual casual sex encounters began. Prior to Sharika becoming pregnant, we didn't date, hang out, hang out at each other's places or even talk long hours on the phone. Moreover, at no time was she ever a guest of mine at any Panthers games. As a matter of fact, aside from the nights that we hooked up, we spent zero time together. Which leads me to my next point of contention: abortion. Mrs. Adams, do you recall that I was never present during any of the birthdays, holidays, or family get-togethers? We actually never set foot in each other's homes. Heck, you can't even produce a photo of Sharika and me together. That's basically outside of what me and your daughter did physically. We were practically strangers. More evidence of this is me realizing that while filming out our name tags during our one and only Lamaze class that we attended, I realized I didn't even know how to spell your daughter's name. More embarrassing than that was the fact that it wasn't until then that I learned her last name. So yes, when Sharika called and informed me that she might be pregnant, of course I brought up the subject of what she planned to do if she was. We weren't in a relationship, we barely knew each other, which for me made this a rather logical inquiry. Oh, you logical, but you got logical enough to cover up and make sure this woman don't take your sperm and get pregnant with it. But you so but you logical. Sharika answered by revealing to me that because of the guilt and regret she was burdened with behind her decision to terminate a previous pregnancy, he's just throwing her all under the bus. She had promised herself that if she ever became pregnant again, she would keep her child. So, after attending a doctor's appointment together and having the pregnancy confirmed, because I already knew where Sharika's head and heart was at on this matter, I accepted the situation, and that topic of abortion was never brought up again then or any time after, and with no evidence otherwise. Really, Ray, how cruel and
How slanderous and foul is it to you to be trying to throw a dead woman under the bus after you already killed her and made y'all son a damn quadriplegic? Oh my God, this dude.
speaking of evidence, let me take a break because Ray is really he's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit, and anybody with a half of a pea of a brain knows this. Uh, I don't even get it. I don't get it. He says, speaking of evidence, you keep telling everyone who will listen that ooh, he not wanting to pay child support is the reason that this girl is dead. Y'all don't know how difficult this is. I think it's just a little difficult. Uh, I mean, can y'all see where this is going? I mean, Ray has got the nerve to be trying to check somebody. He's trying to actually check this grandmother after she's raised this boy. He says she was hustling. This was her hustle. He said a lot of things that are very insulting. And I don't know if any of y'all are. I'm sure a few of y'all out there see exactly what I'm talking about. Um, this kind of shit doesn't live in a vacuum, and I can't be the only one thinking like this. I know I'm not. Um, I can't understand how he can be allowed to have this mindset and people think that he's ready. I mean, the minimum sentence I thought they said was 17, was 18 years. So that means he get out. Why should he get out with just the minimum? What's the maximum? I mean, no, Ray, as you can see, no, I got a problem with you, Ray. I don't feel like you've taken responsibility for what you've done. I feel like you're still trying to blame Sharika and her mother, which you've already done. You've made it clear. I don't even have to think that you're blaming the mother because you just called her a liar. You're saying that she's making stuff up about you. Her daughter is dead, though. Uh, Ray, her daughter is dead at your hands. And the best you can do is what you're doing right now by exonerating yourself. You throw her daughter under the bus. Really, Ray? Really? Here come part three.